Hello everybody, it's James with Love My Pups, My Breeder Supply. I'm going to do a video today on DNA, specifically parentage DNA. So you're in a situation where if you've got a dog that's imported, it has to have a parentage DNA done by the AKC. If you have a stud that's used more than 3 times in a year or 7 times in its lifetime, it has to have a parentage DNA done by the AKC. And in all these situations, you get a kit from the AKC, it costs you $40. It's a cheek swab. You swab, it normally comes with 2 brushes, you swab on the inside of the cheeks, you fill out a form, you send it off to the AKC, and 2, 3, 4 weeks later, you get a report back like this. So this is on one of my boys. Who is this on? Let's see, this is on my boy called Rumble. And you get a series of boxes with letters in them. Now I mentioned this in a previous video and I didn't do it very well, so I'm going to dedicate this video just to interpreting what this is. Okay, so it also comes with an interpretation sheet, shows you how to run that, and so I put that up on the board. So these are the parentage results, the DNA results from 2 dogs. This one here is the stud, and this one is the dame. And I know that this is a stud, because a male, because it always be XY, and females are always XX. That gives you the sex of the animal that's done. You're just going to get one of these strips of letters for every dog you do a DNA on. So dog number 1, the stud, he got this DNA profile sent to us by the AKC. And the female, she got this DNA profile sent to us by the AKC. And we have a puppy right here. So this is a puppy. It's actually a female puppy. So this is a female puppy. And we want to know whether this female puppy is the offspring of these 2 dogs. And we know it's a female because it's XX. All right, so what we do is we send off and we get back another piece of paper with all these boxes on it. I think there's actually 13, I haven't put them all out here, with a series of letters in them. And what has to happen is each box, this is column 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's actually more of them, but I don't want to waste time filling out the whole thing. Okay, so how do you know that this dog here came from these dogs? Well, the answer is, in this box, it has to have a letter that comes from this box and a letter that comes from this box. So we're going to make one up that could be a dog. Right, so we can take a letter from this, we'll use a B. And we'll just do this in red, just for the heck of it. No, we'll go with this, we'll keep going this way. And then it has to have a letter from this, so we'll just pretend it came back as an E. It has to have a letter from this, 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 has to have a letter from the top one, got to have a letter from this, got to be a G, got to have one from the top, H, got to have a letter from this, only has an I available, got to have a letter from this, we'll call it a G, letter from this, B, letter from this, B, letter from this, C, letter from this, C, letter from this, A, letter from the top one, A. Okay, so this is, let's pretend this is what we got back from the AKC. So what we look at this, and we just got to make sure that every single letter that is present in each box, those letters are available in above boxes. So you can see we have an E here, we got an E here, B there. We could have had, this would still be okay. It could have come back that way. Well, there's a B there and a B there. That would have been fine as well. But if it had come back as a BF, then we've got a B here or an F there, but we don't have, well, that would have been fine too. If we came back with a BA, that dog, immediately we know, did not come from those 2. It's not an offspring of those, because the A is not present in either one. So we'll put it back so it's legal. We'll put it back as an F. All right. And so we've got to do this in every box. If this came back as an EB, then that would be, and immediately would be a non-hit. That could not be an offspring of these dogs, because there's no B in these boxes. So that would immediately say that could be. So we'll put it back the way it was. Make it right again. It's an E, we're good. So let's do another box. This one here. Let's pretend that this one came back as HH. HH. Well, there's an H there, but there isn't an H in this box. Again, can't be. So you get the idea. You've got to have every single box, and there's 13 of them, have to match up with a letter that is, the two letters are available in the two boxes, in the two columns above, or two rows above. And if not, that dog is not an offspring of that. It doesn't tell you anything about the color of the dog, the type of dog, the coat length of the dog. There's got nothing to do with any of that stuff at all. Because I get people that say, oh, do you have a genetics on your dog? And they say, yes, I've got the AKC DNA report. They then give me a copy of this thing here. It's only good for parentage. It's no good for anything else. It tells us nothing about the quality of this dog, about its breeding potential, about its color, about whether it's a French Bulldog or a Great Pyrenees. It has got nothing to do with that at all. All it is for is to figure out if this dog can be the offspring of other two DNA results that you got back from the AKC, and the sex of the dog. XXs are males, are females, XYs are males. So that's it in a nutshell, really short little video, but it's, if you've, now why would you, let's just get rid of this off the board. Well, we'll leave that alone. Why is this information useful? What's it used for? Well, if you've got a dog and you say that is the product of these two dogs and it's a French Bulldog, and if those first two dogs have DNA, AKC DNA, and they are certified French Bulldogs, and the dog that you did the DNA on matches up in all of these boxes, bingo. It is a French Bulldog, and it is an offspring of these two, right? So you have to do this. If you import a dog, it has to have a DNA profile on file. If you have a stud dog that has more than 7 puppies, 7 litters in its lifetime, or 3 in 1 year, you have to do a DNA profile. So be prepared for that, because you don't want to get in a situation, this can take 6 weeks sometimes to get it in. You don't want to be in a situation where you're trying to register a litter and you can't get it done because the stud dog has not been DNA verified. What else? $40 for the test. It's easy, very easy to administer. If you're not sure how to do this, you can ask the AKC to interpret it for you. But that's going to delay the thing, and they may even charge some money for that. So I just do it yourself. It's trivial to do it. I mean, literally within a couple of minutes. So you could have had another. So the typical situation is that you have a multiple sire litter. So your dog got bred by the next door neighbor's dog, and it got bred by the stud that you wanted, all within a couple of days of each other. And you had a litter of puppies. Now, how do you know which puppies belong to which dog? Well, some of it may be obvious, because one of them might be in a Great Dane and a Chihuahua, and I mean, you're going to know what happened in that situation, probably. But a more likely situation is that somebody messed up on a stud dog, or somebody had 2 stud dogs available and they were both out at the same time and got hooked up with a girl. In all those cases, this can tell you. So if you had another stud dog, and this is stud dog number 1, this is stud dog number 2, and here's his DNA profile. Not going to go all the way through it, but let's just pretend that his profile is BF, DG, HH, EF, AA. So the question is, can this puppy be a product, come from this dog here? Well, that's a match. Good. That's a fine. Good. That's fine. Good. Ah, here's the problem. No, that's fine. That's fine. We've got an E here. That's fine. Here's the problem. Look, we've got an A here. We don't have an A present in the female puppy. That dog cannot be the father of that puppy. So, the only way you can really establish parentage, if you don't know what happened, if you don't know whether the dog you've got is really the product of these 2 dogs, this will categorically sort it out for you every time. There are so many boxes here that for them to match up right, the probability of getting an incorrect match is very, very small. So it's almost certainly, if they match up properly, you've almost certainly got the right parents. Hey, thanks for watching the video. Hope that helps some people. Got any questions, holler at us. Like us, subscribe to us, think us we're idiots, let us know why. And remember, the most important thing is be nice to your puppies. Bye, everybody.